Hey, what's up YouTube? Steven here, and I'm back with an update video from my previous video, which is the how I make live commentaries with my Hauppauge HD PVR 2. Since I made that video, I've gotten multiple requests for different things pertaining to that video, and it has now been, Hauppauge has now released a new version of their video editing software that makes recording live commentaries with the Hauppauge HD PVR a whole lot easier. So I'm going to show you how to get this new version, because I don't believe that it's shipping with new versions of the PVR2 and the Gaming Edition and the PVR2 Gaming Edition Plus. It might be shipping with them. I don't know, because I haven't gotten a new one since the release, and I don't have a need to get another one since the one I have works for the most part perfectly fine. So what you're going to want to do, if you have just the regular old ArcSoft Showbiz that you probably, I think, was in my last video, but I'm not 100% sure if it was. But if you have that, then you're going to want to go to the first link in the description down below, and it will take you to this page here. Hopefully it doesn't change any. And you're going to want to go right here to where it says beta. This might get changed in the future, because right now it is a beta software. You've got all this other stuff like troubleshooting, etc. But you want to go here to beta, and you want to get the HD PVR beta CD with Hauppauge capture, and you want to click this red download button, and it's going to bring you down here, and it's going to start downloading. It's a fairly small file. It's only 251 megabytes, and on mine it says it only will take a minute to download. I'm pretty sure it will probably take a little longer than that, since I'm using resources to record this. But this new software allows you to, unlike with the original ArcSoft software that came with the game, it allows you to record the game from either HDMI or component, along with the audio from the HDMI or the line in, and a microphone, whether it's USB or a line in microphone. The difference is the line in is the little 3.5 millimeter jack that you plug into a headphone, a microphone 3.5 millimeter. That's a line in microphone. Most people have USB mics. I'm actually recording right now with a USB mic. I will also, at the end of this video, be addressing one of the biggest questions I've gotten, which is, can you record your voice with Turtle Beach headsets? And the short answer that I will give you right now is yes. And at the end of after I've shown you how to install this software and whatnot, I will be going over to I will be getting out my tablet, and I will record exactly what you need to do in order to record your voice with Turtle Beaches. I'm mostly going to use the tablet just so you have proof that I am actually going to start using the Turtle Beach headset. So this download's almost done, so there's no real need for me to stop the recording just yet. But there's all kinds of good information on this PVR2 page, as well as how to set up for a PS3. You got your PlayStation 3, you got your component cables. You can't use HDMI, like I said in my unboxing video, due to the HD copyright, and your components go into this component cable. And then you got an HDMI cable out going to your TV, is HDMI in, and you got your USB out going to a USB port, blah blah blah. And you got your Xbox setup, which I don't know why they've got so many slides for this, but yeah, that I don't know why there's so many slides. It's not that complicated. And then PC gaming, I haven't tried recording PC with my Hauppauge yet, because when I have tried once and it failed miserably, but that was before they did the update that allows it. But you got troubleshooting. I get lots and lots of troubleshooting questions, and 9 times out of 10, this is where my answers come from. And if if the answer isn't on here, I normally don't have the answer. There are a few things that aren't addressed on here that I have the answer for, because I've had them myself and I've asked Hauppauge already. But if you have a problem, you can try asking me about it, but chances are very high I'm going to refer you to Hauppauge themselves, because just as the nature of the question, I don't work for Hauppauge, so I can't give you any real technical support, due to the fact that I don't know everything about the device because I didn't make it. And now it's done. If you're using Google Chrome like I am, you can just click this, but if you have something else, you might have to find its location on your computer. For most computers, for most browsers, unless you change it, the default will be down here in your Windows browser, and you'll just click this File Explorer. I'll make it full screen, and you're going to want to go to Downloads. This is normally your default download location. You just go in here and it'll be right there, and you just double click it and it will start up, and it will bring up the yes or no thing. You should say yes, because it needs to make changes to your computer in order to work. And then it will take a little while and you'll get this screen here. You should always update your drivers, because if you don't, it can cause problems. It still uses a USB 2.0 and hasn't gone to needing a 3.0. However, 2.0s do work in 3.0s if you want to. So you just hit next and it will start copying your drivers, and that will take a little bit of time. And then it starts installing them for you automatically. And then you pick where the file is, where the file will go. You can put it anywhere. I typically just use the default file, which in this case it's probably C programs, Hauppauge capture, blah blah blah. It's just setting your default. Oh, that's your default capture directory. I always do that as my desktop, but you can change that later. So I'm going to just do that later, and we'll make it right now that. And your default capture data, we'll leave that as the default as well. You can change them on your computer if you want. I'm gonna just leave them as their defaults for now, and I'll change them later. And then it starts installing, recording buttons, support, blah blah. When I actually have downloaded this already once before, but I uninstalled it for the purpose of showing you how to install it. And when I had it installed before, the button on top of my PVR 2, the button that's supposed to automatically open ArcSoft and start recording, it stopped working. I didn't know that it still needed ArcSoft Showbiz, because I uninstalled that as well to save some space on my computer, even though I really don't need to. And so this may take a few minutes. I will be back when it starts again, so I will be back shortly. Alright, I'm back and it finished with it, and I'm now on my desktop. So now we want to select our default output. I'm gonna just set it to my Xbox 360 for now. I also use it for my PlayStation 3. But you click which one you want of these, and then you hit next. and it will now say, it now tells me to turn on my Xbox, blah blah blah, and then we hit continue, and it will ask to reboot. I'm gonna tell it to reboot later for the sake of this video. After that, you're going to go into Hapog Capture, which is this little red button capture thing, and you'll get this window here. If it'll let me grab it, that would be nice. There we go. You'll get this capture window here, and as you can see now, my Xbox 360 is being displayed, just to show that it's a working Xbox. Xbox, go home. It might not be working right now. There is a delay still. Yeah, it's not responding. Give me a second to get my remote turned on and my TV back on. Because my TV's off. I actually forgot that my Xbox was on. Really should have been prepared for making videos. But sometimes you can't always be prepared for everything. I didn't remember this would be a thing. So there you go. I just went back to the dashboard. And what you're going to do is you're going to give it, before you start recording, you can give it a default you can give it a file name. If you have it set to default, it will give it a weird name. It will normally be like HD something or other. And this is your video input and your audio input. If you change this, it will change what you're getting input from. If I change it to component, I would get my PS3 if it was turned on. But with component, SVID, and composite, you want to use line in, left, right audio input. If you're using HDMI, you want it to be at HDMI. Next, you're going to go to microphone, and you're going to select your microphone. I use microphone 2 Blue Yeti stereo, and then you can use these little slider bars here to determine which one will be louder. I obviously have it set to, it's obviously, if you're going to be a commentator, it will be better to have voice a little louder, like about this much. This should be good for most people. This much louder than the game audio. That way your voice can be heard over the game, and so you're not getting overpowered by the game audio. And this button here will allow you to mute your microphone if your microphone doesn't have a mute button. My Blue Yeti has its own mute button, so it's pointless. But and then you got your volume control for on your console. And unlike with the old ArcSoft, not on your console, but on your desktop, unlike the old ArcSoft software, you've got everything in this one screen. So you also got your editing. I don't know how this works because I don't use it. I use PowerDirector 11. I would be using Sony Vegas, but it stopped working on me. It won't open. You can also upload your video straight to your YouTube channel. I believe if you click this here, it'll ask for your YouTube information, or maybe not. No, that's just to do it automatically. To set it up, you go into help, I think, something like that. I don't know because I don't use Hapog software to upload to my channel. Actually, it's in settings, I think, maybe. I should probably stop guessing, because I'm going to make an idiot out of myself if I keep guessing. But this allows you to upload straight to YouTube. Easy Stream is for, like, what's it called? Twitch TV, so you can go Twitch or Ustream, and you put your channel name in. When it's your first time, you hit login, and you put in your username and password. I'm not going to do that. And I believe this auto fills in. And then you hit start device, and it will start streaming everything for you. You'll obviously have to pick your mic again and change the volume. I'm just going to do approximately what it had on the previous screen. And you can use this for streaming to Twitch and Ustream, and hopefully they'll get YouTube in there at some point. So that's going to be it for this part of how to install this program. Recording is the same as before. I guess just to quickly show you an example, I will go back to capture, and I will pull up my friends list, and what I will do is I will flip through a friend while saying numbers. So I will press down to go to the next person as I say a number, and we'll see how well it syncs up. So let's give this a try now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be good enough of a sample. So we got 7 names recorded. So I will now minimize this, and as you can see, maybe you can't see. Oh, it went to the default recording location. I should change that. Let's go and make this my desktop, and we'll do this one more time because I don't want to go digging through my computer for it. So let's bring up my friends list again, and we'll do the same thing we did before. So I'll again count numbers while going down, and you'll see the numbers change here. So the number I'm saying should line up perfectly with me going down, or be extremely close. So let's give this a try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I hit stop. And it should stop. And we'll get that friends list out of the way. And now you can see on my desktop I've got this video called HD PVR2 underscore blah 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 blah. It appears to me that they got rid of the selection between T2S, and MP4. I think were the 3 options, and they've gone to just TS, which captures in 60 frames per second. 60 frames is worthless on the Xbox 360 because the 360 is only in 30 frames per second anyways, so it's gonna just capture the same shot twice. But it's still helpful on the PC when you're getting anywhere between 1 and 60 frames. It will capture all of it, but if you're getting more than 60 frames, it probably won't capture all the frames. But 60 is the standard for most games, and you should be fine with just that. So let's open this up, and it will open in my default video thing, and we'll see if it works. So I wasn't listening to the audio because I had my computer muted, so I might want to unmute that and get my headphones. I don't know if it actually played for you guys, but I want to know how close it is so I can make a comment. When I did this last night, it was almost perfect, but let me get my headphones plugged in and unmute my computer so I can hear. Alright, now that I'm unmuted, I can hear. So let's try this again. Okay, so you can tell that it's a little bit behind, kind of. Maybe like it's a really minimal, like probably closer than you would get with my old method from my old video. So it's definitely a huge improvement from before. But that's going to be it for this part. I will be back shortly with my Turtle Beaches to show you how I set up my Turtle Beaches to record with those, but I never do. But people ask about recording with Turtle Beaches, so I will show you how to do that when I get back. So I will be back shortly, and I will see you guys then. Alright, so now we're at the point that most people were asking me about with my previous video on this subject as to whether or not you can record your voice with Turtle Beach headsets. And like I mentioned earlier in this video, the answer is yes, you can record your voice with just about anything with a microphone. Most microphones nowadays have a USB port, a USB plug. But we have my Turtle Beach PX21s here. They're overall a nice headset, kind of. They do what I need them to do. And like I said, they work with a USB 2.0, which is on the screen there. I'll point to it. It's right there. And you just you'll just plug it in and whatnot, and you should be able to record your voice with it. So let's get the plug here. You got your USB 2.0, which is all you really need for this. You don't need that other headphone in plug. You just take this and you plug it into your USB port on your computer. Most computers, almost all computers should have a USB in port, and you should hear a sound similar to this when you plug it in. That sound just lets you know that the USB that you've inserted in your computer has now been recognized by your computer and should be ready to go. So at this point, I'm going to go back to the Screencast-o-matic, which is what I've been using through the rest of this video, and I will use that to show you how to set up your Turtle Beach headset to be used on your computer as a microphone. So I will see you again soon. Alright, so you may have noticed a change in my voice now, because now I am recording with my Turtle Beach PX21s for the audio for this. Basically what you're gonna, once you've plugged in your Turtle Beaches, they may not automatically be ready to record. You may have another microphone already built in on your computer. To make sure that you are recording with your Turtle Beaches, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to this speaker down here, and you're going to want to right click and go to recording devices, and it will bring up this window here. This window has all the microphones. Like, I've got my Blue Yeti still plugged in that I'm not using. I disabled it so my PX21s would be usable. And you got all your microphone in plugs, and these are the microphones that are in. As you can see right now, I've got my Blue Yeti, not Blue Yeti, my Turtle Beach PX21 headset right here, and it's already set as the default device. So it's what my voice is being recorded out of. If it does not say default device, you're going to click set default, and it should get this green check that's here. And once that has appeared, you should be ready to use your Turtle Beach headset to record your voice, as I am doing right now. And you'll just click OK, and it will apply everything to your computer. And then you're going to do the same thing you would have done if you had any other USB microphone. You're going to go into Hog Capture, and I'll drag this screen back into the actual screen here. And you'll just go into microphone input, and you should see microphone Turtle Beach PX21, or your name. It should be like Turtle Beach, whatever model you have, headset. You click that, and then your voice will be recorded from your Turtle Beach headset, and that will be it. I'm going to go back to using my Blue Yeti now, because I do not like recording with my Turtle Beaches. However, I should probably show you how it looks when you change back. So you go to recording devices, and I will go back to my Blue Yeti and I will hit enable, and it says ready now, and all I gotta do is click set default, and now my Blue Yeti is my default recording device. Alright, so now we're at the part where I will give you my final thoughts on this new software. I was actually originally going to have this part contain me editing a video to show you what format that I upload my videos in, because normally the video format that I record in is a really large file, and it needs to be put into a smaller video format. But with this new software, that's not the case. So it's kind of pointless for me to show you how to change it to a smaller format using Power Director, which is what I use to edit most of my videos. Because the difference between the format that I use and the format that it records in is not that big. The original file is 546 megabytes, and the new version, when it's been converted into my smaller format, is 456 megabytes, which is literally a difference of exactly 90 megabytes, which isn't a whole lot. So overall, the new format, they have the same screen width and height, which is 1920 by 1080. There's some small differences between the two, but overall, since it doesn't really change all that much in quality, you'd be better off to keep it in the default .ts format, and just upload that to YouTube. If there's something you need to edit out of it, like cut something out, like cut a clip out of it or something like that, then you're going to want to save it as a .wmv. That's .wm, not n, mv. And that will probably get you the smallest file size. I tend to use the smallest file size because it takes the least amount of time to upload. Because if you with .wmv, a 15-minute video is going to be somewhere around 400 megabytes, which is already above YouTube's recommended video size of 100 megabytes. The larger the file, the longer it'll take. I've tried uploading .avi files to YouTube, and they've taken 3 to 4 days to upload, and I have a fairly fast internet connection, so that's saying something. Other than that, the software's decent. The editing is, well, actually, the recording software is great compared to the last one. And the video editing is pretty much the same as the ArcSoft Showbiz one, so I won't be using it. But if you don't have any other video editing software, the Hauppauge Capture software will do just fine. And other than that, there isn't really much I can say about it. It didn't really change all that much. It still records in 1920 by 1080 for both the Xbox and the PS3 at 29 frames per second. Really, other than that, there isn't a whole lot I can tell you about it, because it's no different than the ArcSoft video capture software, so I don't see them changing it too much in the future. If they do, I'll obviously make another update video, but I kind of hope they don't, because they didn't really change much except adding microphone support on top of in-game audio support, so there really isn't much else I would want them to add to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, click the thumbs up button. It lets me know that you enjoyed watching the video, so I can keep so I know that I'm doing something right. If you'd like to see more of my videos, be sure to click the subscribe button. It's down below right now, but who knows, in the future it could be on the side again, up above, who knows where. Maybe in the future there won't be a subscribe button, who knows. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.